I'd like to give a shout out to our buddy Brian Patty. He just opened a brand new channel. He's got the most awesome cars you can think of. The channel is called EPICENTER Garage. You can click the link down below. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it as much as I do. Check it out. So we have this 2005 BMW X5 4.8 is the IS. It's one of my absolute favorite X5s. It is here for a valve body rebuild. I'm going to show you the process. It's very easy. You need to be patient and just follow instructions step by step. So the first part of business is we're going to drain the fluid, because we're going to use new fluid in it. Not bad at all. Every time I open up transmission fluid, I just smell for burn. We never taste that. I know it tastes bad, but yeah, I just usually look at the color. It's pretty clear, and then it does not smell like burn, because burn clutches, I mean, it's very distinct smell. It's bad. And then now we're gonna take the all the transmission bolts out, including this one. Is gonna be right above the bar here. So okay, so now we got the pen out, the filter. We're pulling the mechatronic sleeve out. These sleeves, they are very common to leak. So obviously we're going to put a new one in here. And this one is being replaced because the factory one comes with orange seals. They don't last worth a damn. Now we're going to take the big screws out. They're going to be the T40 ones. They have the bigger heads, and then we'll drop the valve body down. Man, you got to love when transmission fluid run down on your armpits. So every time you pull the valve body out, I highly recommend you change this block here. They do crack a lot, and then that's when you're having shifting issues. So always change that. So got the valve body out. Now we're gonna separate the mechatronic. Now we're gonna pull the solenoids out, which we're gonna replace them with new ones. So the problem is You see these here, right here? Those are accumulators, and they're supposed to be flat with the valve body right here. And those are pushed down. That means they're kind of worn down. So luckily we have this zip kit from Sonex that will take care of that issue forever. These are the accumulators I was telling you. It's supposed to be like a dome shape. This one is one of the best that came out, but still it's not perfect. It starts to flatten too. That's why every time you come to a stop you feel like a kick, you know, like the transmission is slipping. I had the same issue on my one of my older X5s, and when I went to the ZF class they kind of explained where the problem was and what the fix was. So after separating the valve body, there is this, it's called a separating place, and there is some kind of a gasket material. Got stuck in a couple corners right here. Just give it a very light pass with a razor blade, very gentle, without removing any material. And this should be pretty clean. In one quick rinse with brake cleaner real quick. This one is trash. So this is the kit. Always read instructions. They're super easy because it does come with a lot of stuff and O-rings, and everything is marked. These are, I'll explain to you later, but these are going to replace the accumulators at the end. Most of the O-rings they come separate. You don't need them, because some of them they're for the solenoids, which we're going to put new ones anyway, and then some of them there are for when you make like a plate to test them, but we're not going to do that either. So this is the main page we're going to focus on. It's going to be right here. We're going to start with this corner right here, which is going to be this one right here. And this is number one. Bag one, number one. Back. It just seals, creates better seal for the valves inside the valve body. So look at this, how easy this one goes in and out, right? Now we're gonna compare it to the new one. That's gonna be a small 5. A little bit of oil in there. Look at that. Much tighter. Now we're about to do the solenoid caps right here. Cool thing, they put like a threaded hole in there in case you have to remove them. So So you can put the screw and just yank them out when the time comes. But hopefully you never have to after this. But this kit improves the shifting so good. I mean, it's unbelievable. It really works. I've been using this for years and years and very happy with it. I'm surprised because I've done probably 5 or 6 of them and they fought me the whole time. This one that just went right in, so I'll take it. Happy. This one has only fewer valves right here and 2 here. Change those real quick and then sandwich everything back together. And the kit always comes with extra seals just in case you snap one loose or something, huh? Yeah, my hands are a little bit slippery, they're oily. Okay, that was the last piece. Make sure this one is clean, nothing got into it. Like I said, those are for the solenoids, we're gonna change them, so we are done with those. Lastly, we're gonna need the accumulators. Don't lose the springs, and these are pretty much lifetime because they don't wear down at all. Spring in there and down. Look at that, perfect. Now we are going to put these balls back. Make sure, because if you miss one of them, it's not going to shift properly. It might not even shift at all. So you got to pay attention when you pull them out, like take a picture or something, you know. I've done so many of them, I know exactly where everything goes. So. And this is the last one, right there. Now we have those. I was told when I took the class to, if you're not replacing those, to kind of open the spring just a little bit. There. Make sure everything is in place, and then we get the separated plate. You cannot reuse the old one. One thing about those, they are numbered. There is many different numbers. You absolutely have to use the same number. Close here. Take the other half. Okay. Nice and clean. Gently lay this one down. Easy always does it. Then we start putting screws. Don't tighten this fully down the screws until everything is pretty much centered down, because you don't want it to be crooked and then have problems. So the torque spec for this one is about 14 Newton meters. So as you saw, it's not difficult. All you have to do is super simple. Just follow step-by-step instructions first time. Might take you a while. Same thing to me, it took me a while the first time. But it's very simple. It's very doable. Make sure you follow instructions. And like I said, it should improve the shifting by 95% at least. So we got yellow, blue and yellow. One more time before we put it together. Yellow, black, blue, blue, yellow, blue, black. Okay, got it. When you push the mechatronic in place, make sure that there is this magnet strip right here. It goes into the selector valve. I just tasted some fluid.
How was it?
Disgusting. I'm gonna give it a quick Scotch Brite. And then we put the oil pan back, we put fluid, we set the adaptations, and then we go driving. So a quick tip, most of the time when you pull the filter out, the seal gets stuck in there, you don't pay attention, you try to put the new one in and it will not go, and don't pretty much people force them and break them. So always make sure that when you pull the filter out, there is no seal there, and this one will slide right in. Just like that. We're about to put fluid right now. Ben is going to help. He's going to help pump here. Hold this one real quick. Hopefully this one will fit in there. As he goes up to an angle. There he goes. I got it. Yep.
So why don't you fill it in that side block?
This one doesn't have a side block.
Oh. I just saw, well, bitch.
Just finish up putting fluid in it, clean the oil pan, the brake cleaner, everything looks perfect. We're gonna go for a quick test drive and see if it's gonna feel any different. So every time you open a transmission, you do a repair. I forgot to mention this, you have to delete your old adaptations. Otherwise the computer still thinks that you have a messed up transmission in it. One way to tell if the transmission is fixed or not is that when you put it on reverse, especially this kind, there is a few seconds delay, but if it's fixed, pretty much goes on reverse immediately. Look at that. And those are part of those accumulators I was talking earlier. So after you reset the adaptations, you got to make sure to drive it, not like over rev it, because basically you're just teaching the transmissions new habits. Okay, so that was it. That concludes instructions how to do the valve body repair or upgrade. It went pretty good, very happy with it. At one point the transmission needs to be overhauled though, looking at the numbers, but we'll see how much longer, how much life there's left in it. So that's it.